For the last 5 days, our reporters have been bringing you exclusive coverage of the deepening humanitarian crisis in the Middle East. As Israel continued its rampage in the Arab quarters of West Bank and Ramallah, angry protesters have been echoing the desperation and helplessness.
As the casualties mount in Gaza, so do voices in protest. Here in the West Bank, at least hundreds have gathered now in what is an impromptu protest against the massacres that are happening in Gaza. What they want is more voices in favor of them. They want both the Arab nations as well as the world community to stand up and speak for what is happening in Gaza.
From the Israeli capital of Tel Aviv to Ramallah in West Bank, to as close to the action on the Israel-Gaza border as possible, our team managed to reach the outskirts of Gaza, where for the 12th consecutive day, the disputed territory was pounded with rockets and missile attacks. The death toll has already risen to over 600.
Here on the Israel-Gaza border, we can still see some tanks lined up, perhaps waiting to cross over into the Gaza Strip. Militarily, Israel definitely has the upper hand, but there have been severe losses on both sides. Even Israel has lost some of its soldiers. But what is of main concern is the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. There have been severe losses, and the voices against are now rising inside Israel itself. A gentleman we spoke to last evening said that both his sons are in the army and he hopes that Israel wins the war. But what pains him really is to see the suffering of women and children even in the Palestinian territories. That will perhaps force Israel's hand in trying and accepting a ceasefire and bringing an end to this crisis in West Asia.
Israel has consented to a 3-hour ceasefire, but international pressure is mounting for a more lasting solution.
Behind us is Gaza, and you can see the plumes of smoke even as the Israeli forces continue their ground offensive against the Hamas. And now what is of real concern is the humanitarian crisis that is precipitating in the Gaza Strip. Israel says that there is no crisis because it's allowing humanitarian aid to pass through these crossings. And even as we stand here, we can see lots of trucks go towards the crossings and perhaps being allowed into the Gaza Strip with humanitarian aid. But there is no way to actually verify this because foreign journalists, as of now, are still not being allowed to cross into the Gaza Strip. On the diplomatic side, there have been lots of efforts, especially from the Arab nations, Egypt in particular, which has floated a peace plan. However, will the Israelis agree to it is a big question mark because they want Hamas to stop the rocket barrage on the Israeli border towns to get to some kind of consensus on the peace process. At the Israel-Gaza border with Shanti Chanel, this is Hector Kenneth reporting for Times Now.